Parking violators may soon have trouble moving their car if they have a high number of unpaid parking tickets. A proposed city ordinance could allow La Crosse police to place a boot on the front wheel to immobilize it. News 8's Jordan Fremstad spoke to the city police to find out more on the future consequences for violators.
The Wisconsin state legislature passed a law in May allowing communities to either use a boot or tow a vehicle for overdue parking fees. The La Crosse City Council is considering adopting those rules. La Crosse police officials are hopeful it'll put more pressure on those who procrastinate paying their fines.
No one enjoys getting a parking ticket.
I've definitely gotten more than 5 parking tickets.
But rules are rules, and when you forget to pay those tickets, the price goes up.
I have to pay ridiculous amounts of money in order to keep up with the parking tickets.
But several violators within the city of La Crosse are not willing to pay up. The La Crosse Police Department found that more than 340 vehicles would meet the current state criteria for having a boot attached to their wheel.
The parameters that were set for that law required that the vehicle have 5 or more citations that were more than 60 days old and were unpaid.
Captain Jason Melby says those fines add up.
They accounted for 2,000 plus traffic citations and almost $260,000 of overdue parking fees.
The state recently passed legislation allowing communities to take action on those with multiple violations.
It empowers municipalities like La Crosse and other municipalities around the state to take an additional action on people that have large quantities of overdue parking citations.
Depending on who you ask, the new ordinance has left people with mixed feelings.
I forget to move my car after biking to work in the cold winter days, and I think it would be a little unfair to the people who commute to work daily on their bikes and just forget to move their car.
If you're going to have that many violations, I don't see that as a problem having a boot.
Stevens Point resident Mark Stroini says La Crosse isn't the only community having the conversation.
In central Wisconsin, I've seen there's been some talk about installing those in that area also.
Once the brake is in place, the car goes nowhere.
I guess you wouldn't have a choice at that point.
La Crosse police would notify you if you were going to be receiving a boot, so it would not be a surprise if you've got that many parking violations.
Yeah, so if you do get one on your car, what do you do?
So you're going to have to call the La Crosse Police Department. Now they're required to have someone on staff 24/7 to handle the issue, and then obviously you have to pay the fines that you owe, and then they'll be able to take that boot off within 3 hours of you calling them.
All right, thanks so much, Jordan.